begin your candidacy?
Well, let me tell you first a little bit about myself. I've been in Morro Bay for 42 years. I'm in business. I'm a business owner. I have staff. I'm a resident of Morro Bay for 30 years plus. And I'm running for Morro Bay because I want to help with the budget without increasing the sales tax or the TOT. And I want to make our harbor vibrant. I want to, I think it's important to listen to the fishermen and the stakeholders in town, the hotel, motel owners, the business people, and all of the business people. We have 4 districts in Morro Bay, for those who don't know it. We have Quintana Road, which is the #1 business district. We have the Embarcadero. We have downtown, and we have North Morro Bay. And I have ideas for promoting all 4 of them. Well, I bring a business background, so that includes customer service with the planning and building department. It includes City Hall, and I think it includes zoning so that we can make affordable housing for those who live in Morro Bay, because we have people who are having trouble keeping people employed because they don't have a place to stay in Morro Bay.
It's challenging to run any kind of business here in the area on the Central Coast because of how expensive it is to live here.
It is. And so I have some ideas of how we can make it affordable, but I think one of them is the idea that we require multi-unit dwellings to have office space, and I think that's not the way to go, because I think a lot of people are working from home instead of having a physical office space. Using an example of on Harbor Street between the fire department and the flooring place, it's considered it's considered mixed-use zoning. So what that means is that if you bring a project there, they want you to include office space. Well, I know for a fact that some builders have had trouble having it pencil out, and so they have walked away from building the project, where they might have been building some affordable houses where there are currently some houses that could be replaced with multi-unit houses. Well, I think one of the big challenges is the 1% sales tax. I oppose the 1% sales tax. I oppose raising TOT. I've been in the community active for about 20 years, and I've been in the community for 40 years in business. And I think the longevity and the experience and the historical perspective. I've served on the Chamber of Commerce as president for 4 years. I've been very active with a very active service club, Rotary, and served as district governor and president. Started an environmental Rotary club, and I've been involved with trash pickup for about 10 years. Well, I think that what we currently have is we have a $1,000 fine, and the police officers do carry masks to hand out to the public. I think that what other cities are doing with some success is they're offering smaller fines that are more tenable, $50, $100 fines, and then if there's a second or third offense, it goes up from there. A $1,000 fine is so steep that they're reluctant to give that large of a fine. I think what that does, though, is it discourages people from wearing a mask as much as they would otherwise. So I think it's important to have enforcement, but to have it where it's not quite so draconian, if you will. For us to educate the people to pick up trash, I think there obviously are signs, but obviously it's not working, because I walk around and there are masks on the ground. There's used diapers. There's a lot of used food containers, and so it's discouraging to keep going back to the same parking lot and find all this trash. But I keep at it because I love our community. One of the things I would do that I was involved with in 2006 is we had a had a forum where business people and citizens came together on a weekly basis, and we would do so at a place to be determined. And it was nice because it united the business community, it united the citizens. We listened to each other. We had a dialogue that was constructive, and that's one of the things that I would bring together again.
Okay.
I am
Is that fair to
definitely
say?
pro-business. I am certainly one that, but I'm also pro-citizen, and I think customer service is really important. Now, one of the things I've learned by being in business for 40 plus years is how vitally important customer service is. We live in a small town, and for me to be successful in what I do, because they can go online and buy my product. And so for me to be successful, I have to give them that extra service that makes them feel special and takes care of them, and do so in a timely fashion. There are certain people in this community, in city government, who are absolutely wonderful people. And they're super friendly, and they're super successful at taking care of the customers. Our police and fire departments are amazing. And I haven't heard any complaints, and I've never had a complaint. But what I've had complaints about is sometimes it's difficult to get a plan approved, even if you bring it to the planning and building department. And there are some staff there that are definitely looking out for the citizen, but it still takes 6 months to get approval. I believe that the vacation rentals is coming before the city council shortly, so there will be a plan in place. I think what's important is that we enforce whatever we come up with. I've seen the ideas that we've discussed, and they seem reasonable. What I want to make sure happens is that we enforce them in a respectful way, and that we restore the neighborhoods, because it is important that the neighborhoods are whole and that people feel like they have their neighborhood and that they're not commercialized to the point where they've lost their neighborhood.